Welcome back to GH Always. In this episode, we're diving deeper into one of the most gripping and emotional storylines in ABC General Hospital, the harrowing situation involving Lulu, her desperate attempt to save Charlotte, and the dangerous consequences that follow. This extended look will provide a detailed account of the events, their emotional impact, and the lingering questions that have left fans on edge. The desperate phone call from Charlotte. The storyline begins with a moment of hope shrouded in desperation. Charlotte, who has been missing for a while, somehow manages to call her mother, Lulu. The call itself is fraught with tension. Charlotte speaks in hushed tones, her voice trembling as she describes her plight. She reveals that she is being held captive in an unknown house, unable to contact anyone or leave. This rare opportunity to speak to her mother is a lifeline. Lulu listens in shock and anguish as Charlotte pleads for help. The fear in Charlotte's voice is palpable, and Lulu's heart breaks knowing her daughter is in such a dire situation. Acting quickly, she urges Charlotte to send her location. Charlotte complies, managing to share the coordinates of the house before the call is abruptly ended, likely by her captors. Lulu's reckless resolve. The moment Lulu receives the location, her maternal instincts kick in. There's no hesitation, she decides she must rescue Charlotte immediately. Armed with a gun and driven by her unwavering love for her daughter, Lulu embarks on a perilous mission. However, in her haste and desperation, she makes a critical mistake. She chooses to go alone. Her decision to act without involving law enforcement or allies stems from a combination of urgency and fear. Lulu is unwilling to risk delays or the possibility that alerting others might endanger Charlotte further. But this bold choice also leaves her vulnerable. She enters a dangerous situation without backup, increasing the risks to both herself and her daughter. The tense rescue attempt. When Lulu arrives at the secluded location, she moves cautiously, her senses heightened by adrenaline. The atmosphere is thick with tension as she approaches the house, aware that every step brings her closer to both her daughter and potential danger. Inside, she navigates the unfamiliar space, her determination fueling her courage. Finally, Lulu finds Charlotte. Their reunion is brief but emotional. Charlotte clings to her mother, overwhelmed by relief. But their joy is short-lived. Before Lulu can lead her daughter to safety, they are ambushed by a group of armed men. Brennan's ruthless trap. The captors reveal themselves as operatives working for Brennan, a calculated and ruthless adversary. Brennan, who orchestrated Charlotte's kidnapping, is a man willing to go to any lengths to achieve his goals. Lulu's arrival disrupts his plans, and he quickly decides that she cannot be allowed to leave. Brennan orders his men to imprison Lulu alongside Charlotte. Recognizing the threat she poses, he increases security around the house, adding more guards and bolstering defenses. For Lulu and Charlotte, the situation becomes even more dire. They are now trapped, with their chances of escape slipping away. Brennan's meticulous planning ensures that no one, not even the police, can easily find them. Dante's growing suspicion. Back in Port Charles, Lulu's sudden disappearance does not go unnoticed. Dante, her ex-husband and Charlotte's father, becomes increasingly concerned when he learns that Lulu left abruptly after receiving a mysterious phone call. His instincts as both a detective and a father kick in, and he begins piecing together the clues. Dante's growing anxiety propels him into action. He retraces Lulu's steps, uncovering evidence that she went to rescue Charlotte alone. As he digs deeper, Dante becomes convinced that both Lulu and Charlotte are in grave danger. His determination to find them intensifies, and he starts using every resource at his disposal to track their location. The emotional toll on Lulu and Charlotte. As captives, Lulu and Charlotte face both physical and emotional challenges. For Lulu, the guilt of putting herself and her daughter in this situation weighs heavily on her. She wrestles with feelings of failure, questioning whether her decision to act alone was the right one. Despite her regret, she remains resolute in her commitment to protect Charlotte, no matter the cost. Charlotte, meanwhile, clings to her mother for comfort. The trauma of her captivity and the uncertainty of their fate leave her frightened and vulnerable. Yet, Charlotte draws strength from Lulu's unwavering courage. The bond between mother and daughter deepens as they lean on each other for support in the face of overwhelming adversity. The race against time. Dante's investigation becomes a race against time. The longer Lulu and Charlotte remain in captivity, the greater the danger they face. Brennan's increasing paranoia and willingness to eliminate threats make the situation even more urgent. Dante must rely on his expertise, his connections, and his instincts to locate the heavily guarded house before it's too late. Meanwhile, Lulu and Charlotte begin devising their own plans for escape. Despite the odds, Lulu refuses to give up hope. She studies the patterns of their captors, searching for weaknesses in their defenses. Her resourcefulness and determination offer a glimmer of hope, even as the walls of their captivity seem to close in. The stakes for Port Charles. The ordeal has ripple effects throughout Port Charles. Lulu and Charlotte's absence creates a void that their friends and family struggle to fill. Dante's relentless pursuit of answers brings him closer to Brennan's network, potentially exposing new layers of corruption and danger. The tension builds as everyone awaits news of their fate. This storyline not only highlights the strength and resilience of its central characters but also underscores the broader themes of love, sacrifice, and the lengths people will go to for their family. The emotional weight of the situation is matched by the high stakes of the rescue mission, making this arc one of the most compelling in General Hospital. What's next for Lulu, Charlotte, and Dante? As the storyline unfolds, fans are left with pressing questions. Will Dante uncover the location of the house and save Lulu and Charlotte? Can Lulu outsmart her captors and find a way to escape? And what will Brennan's next move be as the pressure mounts? Next, we're diving deep into the Christmas Eve drama that unfolded in Port Charles on General Hospital. From shocking returns to emotional moments and heart-pounding revelations, this episode delivered everything fans love and more. Stick with me as we break it all down. A night of twists and emotional reunions. Christmas Eve in Port Charles brought a whirlwind of surprises, heartfelt moments, and thrilling developments that left viewers on the edge of their seats. From Lulu Spencer's desperate search for her daughter to the return of fan-favorite Emma Scorpio Drake, the episode wove together family drama, mystery, and holiday cheer. The town's beloved Rice Plaza served as the backdrop for many of the evening's pivotal moments. It was here that Gio found himself caught in a web of mischief and intrigue, and where Rocco Falconeri unknowingly set the stage for a shocking family reunion. The events of the night were a masterclass in blending emotional depth with edge-of-your-seat suspense, ensuring fans would be left eagerly awaiting the next installment. Dante struggles amid Rocco's secret connection. As the snow fell gently over Rice Plaza, Dante Falconeri's quiet pain stood in stark contrast to the joy surrounding him. Though he managed a warm greeting for Lulu, Lucky, and Elizabeth, it was clear that his heart was elsewhere. Memories of happier times with Lulu and the uncertainty of Charlotte's fate weighed heavily on him. Meanwhile, Rocco Falconeri was caught in his own emotional whirlwind. The young boy, distracted by an unexpected text message, slipped away to read its contents in secret. The sender, who signed the message with XOC, revealed a familiarity that left Rocco intrigued and hopeful. Acting on impulse, he sent a snapshot of his parents to the sender, which immediately prompted a phone call. This moment became the turning point of the episode. Rocco, stunned by the voice on the other end, handed the phone to Lulu, who was floored to hear Charlotte's voice. Speaking from what Spinelli had identified as Zurich, Charlotte's tone was a mix of longing and restraint. Her brief conversation with Lulu culminated in her revealing her location, a detail that would spur Lulu into immediate action. For fans, this storyline encapsulated the emotional highs and lows of the holiday season. Dante's struggle to maintain composure and Rocco's secret connection to Charlotte added layers of complexity to a family already pushed to its limits. Emma's surprise return and the mystery of the pickpocket. The joyous return of Emma Scorpio Drake was one of the evening's most heartwarming surprises. Introduced in an unexpected way, Emma's playful mischief added a sense of whimsy to the night. Disguised as a pickpocket, she approached Gio in Rice Plaza, handing him a wallet and calling him Doug before disappearing into the crowd. Gio, puzzled and intrigued, soon realized the wallet had been stolen when he overheard a man reporting a pickpocket to the authorities. His brief encounter with Emma, though chaotic, showcased her adventurous spirit and set the stage for her grand reveal at Maxie's house. When Emma arrived as Anna's special Christmas surprise, the room lit up with joy. Her return underscored the importance of family and connection, particularly during the holidays. This storyline was a delightful nod to longtime fans, blending humor and nostalgia with the deeper themes of belonging and legacy. Emma's reappearance not only brought smiles but also hinted at future possibilities for her character as she navigates life in Port Charles. Joe's encounter with the unknown. While Emma's antics brought levity, Gio found himself navigating the moral gray areas of her pickpocketing scheme. After confronting the young girl in Rice Plaza, Gio learned that her actions were motivated by a sense of justice. She claimed the man she had stolen from had wronged a local vendor, and she intended to right the scales. This interaction left Gio torn between admiration for her boldness and skepticism about her methods. The moment also revealed a deeper layer to Joe's character, a man who understands the complexities of right and wrong but isn't afraid to question the motives of others. As Emma made her escape, Gio was left wondering about the mysterious girl who had turned his evening upside down. For viewers, this subplot added intrigue and character development, painting Gio as a figure caught between humor and heart. His role in the unfolding events tied seamlessly into the night's larger themes of redemption and understanding. Lulu's determination to bring Charlotte home. At the heart of the episode was Lulu Spencer's unwavering resolve to bring her daughter, Charlotte, back home. Her time at the Rice Plaza tree lighting with Lucky, Elizabeth, and Laura began as a moment of respite, filled with holiday cheer and family bonding. However, Charlotte's unexpected call turned the evening into a mission of urgency. Lulu's emotional journey throughout the episode highlighted her fierce love as a mother. Her decision to keep the conversation with Charlotte a secret from Rocco demonstrated both her protectiveness and her impulsive nature. As Lulu prepared to leave for Zurich, the weight of her choice loomed large. Would she find Charlotte, or would her actions place her in even greater danger? This storyline captured the essence of General Hospital's ability to blend personal stakes with dramatic tension. Lulu's determination, coupled with the mystery of Charlotte's situation, ensured that fans would be eagerly anticipating the next chapter in this gripping tale. A perfect blend of drama and holiday spirit. The Christmas Eve episode of General Hospital delivered everything fans could hope for: heartfelt reunions, suspenseful twists, and moments of joy that reminded viewers why they fell in love with the show. From Emma's mischievous return to Lulu's emotional race against time, each storyline brought something unique to the table. As the credits rolled, fans were left with countless questions. Will Lulu find Charlotte before it's too late? How will Emma's return shape her family's dynamics? And what role will Gio play in the ongoing drama? The rich tapestry of emotions and events showcased General Hospital at its finest, leaving viewers both satisfied and hungry for more. Next, we're talking about one of General Hospital's most dramatic storylines, the return of Lulu Spencer after 4 years in a coma. With emotional reunions, fiery confrontations, and a whirlwind of unresolved conflicts, Lulu's return is shaking up Port Charles in the best and most chaotic way. Let's dive right in and explore every detail together. Is the new Lulu too much for Port Charles? Lulu Spencer's return to consciousness has sparked a flurry of emotions among the residents of Port Charles, but not everyone is thrilled with her bold, uncompromising approach. Her fiery demeanor and refusal to take no for an answer have left several people in her wake feeling blindsided or outright alienated. While some applaud her tenacity, others find her relentless demands overwhelming. Lulu's interactions with characters like Jack and Nina have been nothing short of explosive. Her aggressive approach to demanding answers about Charlotte's whereabouts hasn't exactly endeared her to potential allies. For fans, this version of Lulu feels like a double-edged sword. Her passion is admirable, but her lack of tact might hinder her efforts to reunite with her daughter. Is this newfound intensity a sign of strength or a recipe for trouble? The return of Tracy Quartermaine, a stepmother like no other. One of the standout moments of Lulu's return was her heartfelt reunion with Tracy Quartermaine. When Lulu affectionately referred to Tracy as her stepmonster, fans couldn't help but smile. The dynamic between these two has always been unique, blending biting humor with genuine affection. Tracy's reaction to Lulu's awakening was as multifaceted as her character. Beneath her usual sarcasm, there was a clear sense of relief and joy. For Lulu, Tracy's presence represents a connection to her roots and the unwavering support of her extended family. This reunion was a reminder of the rich history that General Hospital characters share, and it set the stage for future storylines that could explore this relationship further. The fight with Brooke Lynn, old rivalries, new realities. Not long after waking up, Lulu reignited an old feud with Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, seemingly unaware of how much Brooke Lynn has changed in the years she was asleep. Brooke Lynn, now happily married and close friends with Maxie, is a far cry from the person Lulu remembers. Yet, their history of animosity flared up almost immediately, sparking a confrontation that left both women visibly shaken. This clash highlights one of the central themes of Lulu's storyline: the world has moved on without her. While her passion for protecting her family is still intact, her inability to recognize how others have evolved creates friction. For viewers, this tension is a compelling reminder of the challenges Lulu faces as she tries to reclaim her place in a world that has changed dramatically. Demanding answers from Nina and Jack. Lulu's quest to find her missing daughter, Charlotte, has turned her into a force of nature, unafraid to bulldoze her way through anyone who stands in her way. Her confrontation with Nina at Crimson was particularly heated, as Lulu accused her of lying and withholding information about Valentine. Nina, who has long since severed ties with Valentine, was left reeling from Lulu's accusations. Similarly, Lulu's approach to Jack didn't win her any allies. Her brusque tone and confrontational style may have made her intentions clear, but they also alienated people who could have helped her. This behavior showcases the tension between Lulu's desperation as a mother and her need to navigate a world where relationships and alliances are more complex than she realizes. A changed Lulu, new strength, new challenges. This latest version of Lulu Spencer is a stark contrast to the gentler, more restrained character portrayed by Emmy Ryland from 2013 to 2020. Fans are seeing shades of the original Lulu, played by Julie Berman, whose adventurous spirit and stubborn determination were hallmarks of her personality. However, the trauma of losing 4 years of her life has added a new edge to Lulu's character, making her more aggressive and unapologetic than ever. Her single-minded focus on finding Charlotte is both her greatest strength and her biggest flaw. While it's easy to understand her frustration, her inability to see the bigger picture could lead to unintended consequences. For fans, this duality makes Lulu's return all the more captivating. She's both a hero fighting for her family and a potential source of chaos for those around her. Reunions and revelations, a new chapter for Lulu. Lulu's awakening has been a source of joy for her family and friends. Laura and Lucky's happiness is palpable, as they finally have their daughter back after years of uncertainty. For Rocco, the return of his mother is a dream come true, though it's clear that her presence brings as many questions as it does answers. The most complex reaction comes from Dante, who is thrilled to see Lulu alive but deeply conflicted about the circumstances surrounding her return. The death of his fiancée, Sam, who sacrificed herself to save Lulu, adds a layer of emotional complexity that Dante is still struggling to process. This tangled web of emotions sets the stage for compelling drama as these characters navigate their new reality. What's next for Lulu and Charlotte? At the heart of Lulu's storyline is her determination to reunite with her daughter, Charlotte. With Valentine on the run and Charlotte's whereabouts uncertain, Lulu's mission has taken on a sense of urgency that drives much of her behavior. Her willingness to confront anyone who might have answers even at the risk of burning bridges underscores the depth of her love for her daughter. Fans are left wondering how far Lulu will go to bring Charlotte home. Will she succeed in her quest, or will her unrelenting approach create more obstacles? As Lulu settles back into life in Port Charles, her journey promises to be one of resilience, redemption, and reckoning. And that's the breakdown of Lulu's dramatic return to General Hospital. What do you think of this new version of Lulu? Is she a welcome force of nature or a storm waiting to wreak havoc? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates. Until next time, stay dramatic and keep watching.